Hey friends, welcome back. Now we are going to continue our NextJS Advanced series. So in the last video, we have created a form and we can create news now, right? So if you go and visit slash post slash create, then you are going to see a form and there we can use this form to create the news, right? And you know how if you have watched the last video, right? But there's a one problem. Let's do log out and I'm still in the same page. User should not see this page, right? So if you are in the home page and if you try to redirect to the post create page, and then you can do that, it's because we don't have a check for it, like if it's a valid user or if it's an authenticated user or not. So for that, let's add authentication, right? So yep, let's go to the post create. This is our file post create index.js. Here we have written all of our code to handle the page, right? So let's here we'll add a check to identify the user is authenticated or not. So for that, let's go to the sign up and okay. So if authenticating, and then yeah, we can use this code. Let's copy and let's go to the create post page. Sorry, index.js file of post slash create page. False. If this is false, let's go over it. If this is false, we'll make this thing true and let the user go to the sign up page. Okay, we'll say, what's that? Sign up or login page. That's better, I think. So what's that? Login page. Yeah. So here we'll say slash login, save, and let's try this stuff. So hit enter, and we don't, of course, we don't have user and everything, so we have to get it. Let's go to the sign up again, and here is the user. Okay, let's do use store and then router also required. Just copy everything. Let's go to the post create index.js file, and here we are going to add those things. So here we have router, state, and now we have to import these things. Okay, import, and here we say router from next slash router, and here we'll say use router. Next thing we need use store. Simply say use store. Now we have use store also. Now also we need get value. Say get value is also available now. Save this. Hopefully this is gonna work now. And refreshed. Loader is not defined. Okay, let's go and enter and add loader also. Loader. So now loader is also added. Save this. Check this thing. Refreshing loader, and we are in the sign in page because we are not a logged in user, right? Let's go and try to go to the post slash create page and back to the sign in page. Working fine, right? Now let's do the sign in, and here we'll say who is this person, Ash, and then do the sign in complete. Now I'm in the home page. Now let's try to visit post slash create. Now we are in perfect page, right? So this is working fine. Now what we have to do, we have to add a create option in the header so we can easily navigate from the client instead of reloading and making a request, right? So let's go and check that. So here we have our components header index.js, and just before logout we are going to add a anchor tag. So let's copy this, and we'll use a fragment, and let's from here. Let's add over here. Now let's copy this logout. Shit. Let's copy and let's paste over here. Now we need a link. We'll say link because this is client side navigation. And let's copy this, paste over here. Instead of logout, we'll say create, and on click, nothing is going to happen. Okay, what missed? So let's remove this on click. Also, href is not required. Now let's have this thing on top. Cool. create and then link and then to sorry, it's href link href equals to, and here we're going to say post slash create. Save. Now let's try. No reloading, no navigation, nothing. So here let's go to the ash, and there is no such page. Now let's click on create. Nothing happened, right? Very smoothly I'm in the create page, so working fine. Let's have some spacing around it. So how can I get the spacing? I can use this anchor tag, this user login btn, and this is not the right class, but for the just to save time, this is gonna work. And perfect. So now we are in the create page. Let's go to the news. Let's go to the create, news, create. Fast enough to make it work, right? So now this is working absolutely fine. Now we'll go to the home page. Here we will fetch the list of posts or news, right? And we'll show over here. But this time we are not going to use client-side fetch technique, right? We are not going to write use effect and fetch the information, right? We are going to create a static HTML, and we will fetch information and we'll feed the information within the HTML, and then we'll render that HTML page, right? So we'll use getStaticProps. It's a server-side method to create a static HTML page, right? So let's go and do that. So here is our home page, index.js, and this is our home page, right? And just for your information, we are using some kind of theme, Bootstrap theme. And to get the post card, let's visit to that and find the right card. Here we are. Download examples. No, let's go to the examples. And where is our news? Flash news. Yeah. So here is the news, and here is the post. Right. This is the post. We are gonna pick this one. So let's go and say control view page source. And what's that? This is sample blog post. Copy and find. So here is our sample blog post. This is an article, right? So h2, let's take the h2 title, paragraph, and this is enough. Okay, this is enough. Let's copy this, go to the home page, remove this h1, paste over here, close the article, close the paragraph. Okay, so this is article, this is paragraph. Let's have class name equals to container, and then div class name equals to row, and let's have again a div sorry, div, and then class name equals to column, and let's paste the article inside that. So this is our article. Save this. Now let's see how it is looking. Home page, and this is how it is looking now. Okay, so use this style. Margin from top and bottom, 20 pixel, left, right, 0. And shouldn't disturb left, right. Say margin top 20 pixel. Cool. So we got our sample blog post and who created this post, and this is the information. And this is also not required because we are not going to show description over here. Save it. We'll make this and we'll improve, we'll show images and everything, but just take an example of this one. Okay, so here we are, and let's add the method export const get static props, and this is going to be an async method, and here we get ctx context and const, and we'll write a function to fetch the post, right? So here we go, and where is our client request? So here we are. Let's copy this And here we'll say get all post, no form is required, and here's just post. Let's remove this form, and this works fine with get also. So this is a get URL, response data, and then response. Save this and let's go to the API. Here we are, and post index.js, and let's remove these things. So this should be a get request, and let's have a try and catch. Say error handler. Within this error handler, it will say, what is this? Error, and then response. Now here we'll get the connection, database connection, connect, right? So we got our database connection. We'll use post to find the post, fetch all the posts. Okay, what's this? Post, and here is our post. Let's make this capital P, because as I'm writing capital P for our models. Find. So this is gonna give me, if I'll say empty object, I will not give any condition, then it will give me all the posts. And what do you want to select? I want to select this core ID. Let's go and find out what you want to select. Say mongodb.com. So here's a post, and this is a single post. What do we have here? ID, title, slug, description. Could be very large, so don't fetch. Otherwise, if I will fetch a lot of data, and then it will be heavier, right? Let's not fetch over here. We'll say ID. Let's underscore ID and space. Then we have title. And we can also pull the image. In future, we're gonna show the preview. And title slug is there. Let's pull the slug also because you want navigation. Slug and user, you can fetch the user ID, but that's looks right now it's not required. Created at the time is required. So we'll say created at when it is created, and here we can say execute. Let's execute this one, and this is going to return a promise, and you can also use that and catch. We'll say post equals to wait, right? And here we'll say if post find, then we'll say response handler, and then put the post over here, and then give the response. Else we are going to give the error handler, and something went wrong like that. Something went wrong, or no post found, something like that. Something went wrong. Okay. So save this. You can also say a post not found, there is chance post is not available, right? Save this, and now let's call this API. Suppose we'll call from here. Where is that client? Page.js. Get all post slash post, right? PCR is there. We'll use get all post. Let's go to the home page. Index.js. No, not this one. This is the home page, right? Sorry, this is the home page. So here we're gonna say getStaticProps. Const post equals to a wait. Get all posts, right? This is a get all post. Now if post dot, let's remove this. This is a mistake. You can say post dot has error. If it has an error, so it will be like true, but I want to check for the like no error, right? So we'll say I'm expecting false. If there is a error, no error, then it will be false. We'll make this true, and then we'll return the props. We'll say props, and in the props we'll return the post, right? So this is our post. Save this, and here we'll say getStaticProps. Let's go over here, and here I'm expecting the post. say post, right? Because this is the post I'm giving within the props. Post, right? Copy this post and see over here, are we getting that? No. Okay, JSON dot stringify and then post. Let's go home page and check this thing. Looks like no, no, no. Await. Okay, await is not gonna work because for API we need to make this function asynchronous. So here we are where we are post, and here this needs to be async function. Okay, now this is gonna work. Okay, cool. We have got this post, right? We have got lots of things like hazard, false, and then body, and then so many things, right? So basically body is the post, right? Yep, the body is the post, and let's go to the client request, and yeah, response or data we're giving over here. So we can go to the home page and we can check has error is false and it's true, and within post we'll say, okay, here we'll say the result or response dot paste over here has error. Let's say response dot body. So that is nothing but all posts. Response dot body. Save this. That is an array. And let's reload this. And now this is an array, right? We can iterate through this. So let's try and iterate through this. So this is the row. This is the row we are trying to get. We'll say post and post dot map. Here text like post comma index, and then we'll give out our HTML. Cut, paste over here, and instead of sample blog post, I will say, what is that? So I will simply say post dot title and created time. So here we'll say post dot created at, and mark, no mark, no, we need the user here. So let's we haven't fetched the user yet. We'll fetch that. So here we'll give key, so it will not give any warning. Index. Save this page. So this is a static HTML page. Let's reload this. And see, we have got this post title, and then and here is our UP polls in Gorpur Yogi Adityanath replaces BJP leader he once supported, whatever. So we need to create a link, anchor tag over here. So when we click on this, it will navigate to the another post, right? Let's create one more post. Open this and let's submit it again. And we have to fix this image also because kind of looking like the image is still here, but it's actually removed. Let's go and check the news. And now this is our second news we have created. And this is the first one, right? So this is kind of look bad among all of them. Let's go to the database and let's do refresh. And here we're gonna say, let's delete this one. Okay. So this is our static page. Let's refresh this. We got these two. Let's remove this, the array on the top of it. So let's remove this, save it, and here we go. And so this looks good. And we need to add a button like view more. So user clicks on that and then navigate to the another page, right? Here we need to do one thing. This is a static HTML page. If you go and inspect and go to the network tab, and let's reload your page. Click on this first one, localhost, and you can see the preview over here. So everything is coming as it is. But you can see on the top, welcome guest, sign up, sign in. So these are updating on the client side, and that's the reason you are seeing this one. Ash, and these is a valid user. But the bottom is the most important one, and this is, and I'm making this as an static HTML because this is the page needs to be available as quickly as possible, right? No need to fetch the data from the server. If everything already available inside the HTML, then just simply serve it. But on the same side, if there is lots of posts, and every time in every second new post is getting created, then I will definitely recommend to use server-side props instead of static props. Okay. Also, we need to do one more thing over this function, because as this is a static HTML page, so we have to revalidate this page in every couple of seconds. Let's say in 5 seconds or something like that. So within props, we're passing this one. Here, say comma revalidate, and every 5 seconds it needs to revalidate. Okay, it's in the wrong place. Let's cut, paste over. So in every 5 seconds this page will be revalidated. We'll have to write else part also. Here we're gonna say if there is if error is there, if there is an error, then we'll return props post with as an empty array. And also we can specify some message like what is it, res, whatever the response we got, so we can access that. Else is not a valid. Okay, fine. Now this is fine. Okay, so this is working fine. In every 5 seconds, we'll revalidate and create a new HTML page. Okay, that's very quick. You can specify like an hour or a day. It's up to you. It's up to you like how frequently you create news, right? If you create very frequently, then I would suggest to go with server-side props. Otherwise, this is absolutely fine. So this is working fine. In the next video, we'll create a news details page. User will click on a news, and then he can see everything about the news, like who is the author of that news, image, and description, post, and everything. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.